Jappi Raga versus Jumla strike. No confidence emotion in Parliament. Rafale fire, then Shiva Raga.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी और बीजेपी आरएसएस, आपने मुझे मेरा धर्म सिखाया, आपने मुझे शिव जी का मतलब समझाया। आपके अंदर मेरे लिए गुस्सा है, आपके लिए मैं पप्पू हूँ, आपके लिए मैं अलग अलग गाली दे सकते हो, मगर मेरे अंदर आपके खिलाफ इतना सा भी गुस्सा, इतना सा भी क्रोध, इतनी सी भी नफरत नहीं है।
Hug, wink wink, Raga goes viral. Will the diplomacy set tone for 2019?
This has been a game-changing speech. It's been highly impactful. But like a T20 match, Rahul Gandhi hit the ball right out of the park. He hit sixer after sixer. It was a very, very impactful and successful.
I was laughing at him. Now, if the poor fellow takes that as appreciation, and asking him that we Nashedis want to know from you, which Nasha have you done today that you've made this into a comic circus instead of a parley? He didn't understand that. He only saw my smile. Bollywood comedians beware. There's a new comedy hero which has taken birth in the Parliament today.
Is this Rahul Gandhi's masterstroke or a self-goal? 2018's photo of the year. Bhukamp or blimp? Game changer or comedian? Rahul Gandhi, of course, launched a spirited attack on the government. He hit out at demonetization, GST, impact on small and medium businessmen. The entire focus then shifted to a hug and a wink. But his attack on the Rafale deal and allegations of massive corruption hit Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. A bitter duel over Rafale jhoot.
प्रधानमंत्री के दबाव में आकर निर्मला सीतारमण जी ने देश को झूठ बोला है।
It's an agreement which was signed during the previous government in the year 2008, 25th January 2008, agreement of secrecy, which is an umbrella agreement, which was signed by the then Honorable Defence Minister A.K. Antony.
War over Rafale's secrecy clause. France halts Rahul's Rafale takeoff.
फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति ने मुझे बताया कि ऐसा कोई पैक्ट हिंदुस्तान की सरकार और फ्रांस की सरकार के बीच में नहीं है.
You have commercial agreements and obviously you have competitors. And these competitors are not supposed to know some details of the deal because it will not be good for the company itself and for commercial reasons.
India Today interview reverberates in Parliament.
The honourable member has said to an Indian media house, I'm not naming the media house, when it was asked, the French president, if commercial details about Rafale could be revealed. This is the French president's words. Obviously, you have competitors and we can't let them know details of the deal.
France contradicts, but Rahul hits back. Rahul insists the French president told him there was no secrecy clause. Rafale secrecy pact, fire rages. It's Modi versus Rahul versus Macron. It's a huge allegation leveled by the Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi, and that too on the floor of the House. Rahul Gandhi has alleged that Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman lied about the Rafale deal under pressure from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi claims there is no secrecy clause. The French embassy in New Delhi, they've clarified that there was a security agreement that binds the two states to protect classified information. But is political football being played with national security? Was there a secrecy clause? And was there corruption in this deal? I'm Gaurav Sawant. We will seek answers. Let's begin with the headlines on India First. But the top focus today is Congress Party President Rahul Gandhi's multi-pronged attack on the Narendra Modi government, but none as direct as the one on the Rafale aircraft deal, saying that Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman lied on the acquisition of the aircraft under pressure from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Rahul Gandhi alleged that the prices of the aircraft shot up from 520 crore rupees an aircraft during the UPA regime to 1,600 crore per aircraft after Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited France. A mega showdown during the trust debate in Lok Sabha. Defence Minister Nirmala Sitharaman hit back, saying Rahul Gandhi is misleading Lok Sabha. Attacking Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Rahul said he is not a chowkidar, he is a bhagidar, indicating that he had a role in a certain industrial house benefiting from the deal and not the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited.
He must answer in this house whether the Cabinet Committee for Security took this decision or not. The Prime Minister must also explain why this contract was taken away from HAL and the youngsters of Karnataka and given to a businessman who had a debt of 35,000 crores and has never ever built an aeroplane in his life. Now these are the things that the Prime Minister of India must explain. He must explain why a businessman has been favored. I know, I can see he's smiling, but there is a touch of nervousness in the gentleman. There is a touch of nervousness in the gentleman, and he is looking away from me. I can understand that. And now he cannot look into my eyes. He cannot look into my eyes. I can see that.
It's an agreement which was signed during the previous government in the year 2008, 25th January 2008. Agreement of secrecy, which is an umbrella agreement, which was signed by the then Honorable Defence Minister A.K. Antony. And this agreement...
पहले सुनो तो सही ठीक ढंग से. Yes.
And this agreement clearly mentions that under Article 10, as per the... I'm reading this. As per the Article 10 of the Intergovernmental Agreement between Government of India and Government of France on the purchase of Rafale aircraft, the protection of the classified information and materials exchanged under the IGA shall be governed by the provisions of security agreement signed on 25th January 2008. And that's the agreement I'm showing before you let me finish. And that's the agreement which I'm showing you with the signature of the then Honorable Raksha Mantri, Shri A.K. Antony. It is that which we are following. And again, madam, the Honorable Member also referred to a conversation with him and the President of the Republic of France. We don't know what transpired between them two.
Now, Nirmala Sitharaman there quoted an interview that the French President had given to India today's Raj Chingappa. We will play out that interview for you. But the French embassy has now responded to what Rahul Gandhi said. Did a friend of the Prime Minister benefit from this deal? Rahul Gandhi claims that Nirmala Sitharaman lied under the Prime Minister's pressure about a secrecy clause. He claims that Anand Sharma was there and Manmohan Singh was there when the French President told him that there was no secrecy clause. But the French embassy has denied these claims, insisting that there is indeed a clause that binds both India and France together to protect classified information and the security agreement from being given out in public domain, and that applies to the 36 aircraft and the weapons on board. So this is what the French have said very clearly. This is the French statement, which says France and India concluded in 2008 a security agreement which legally binds both the countries, and it could impact security and operational capabilities of defense equipment, both of India and of France. So there are parts of the deal that cannot be made public as part of this intergovernmental agreement between India and France, which incidentally was signed in 2008 when A.K. Antony was the Defence Minister of India. So during the no confidence debate in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi claimed that the French president told him there was no secrecy clause. We do not know what the French president had told Rahul Gandhi, but the only official reaction from the French president was to India Today. Macron told India Today Group's editorial director Rachingappa that details could not be given out. Listen in.
No, you'd mentioned the Rafale deal, and this has become a subject of controversy over there, with the opposition Congress saying that the government has paid too much. When the Congress was in power, they negotiated a better deal. What is the truth behind this?
Look, I'm not the one to have negotiated, so I'm very cool about that. I have to say that the negotiation was a win-win approach, because your government made, according to me, a very good negotiation, because it preserved the industrial interests of India, and especially the fact that a large part of the production is made there, and the industrial interest of people and workers was very much defended by your Prime Minister. On the other side, I think it's a very good agreement, because it's good for your security, because that's the best-in-class aircraft, and I think it's the best way to be protected in the current environment. And it was a very good operation for France, because India was a very important prospect, and because it is one part of this common agreement. So you always have polemics, and it's normal in a democracy between the government and the opposition. But I have to say, I'm not part of the domestic political life in India, but I think your interests were definitely well defended by your government from an economic, industrial, but as well as strategic point of view.
Why can't the details of the deal be revealed and the whole air cleared up, rather than have these accusations go? What is preventing India and France from saying, look, this is what we bought?
I mean, first of all, because you have commercial agreements, and obviously you have competitors, and these competitors are not supposed to know some details of the deal, because it will not be good for the company itself and for commercial reasons. Every day in our lives, both in India and in France, we don't reveal some information when they have very sensitive, when they are very sensitive for business reasons. And part of the absence of answer on some technical issues is just due to commercial agreements for the interests of the different companies. And second, you have some discussions to be organized by the Indian government, and the Indian government revealed some details of the deal they consider which could be revealed to the opposition and to the parliament. And I'm not the one to interfere into such a discussion, but definitely you have as well a commercial sensitivity for corporates.
This brings us to a big question of the day. Was Rahul Gandhi being economical with the truth, or was he misquoting Emmanuel Macron, the president of France at that point of time? Well, let me quickly bring in my colleagues who've been tracking the story very closely. Defence editor Sudhir Ranjan Sen and National Affairs editor Rahul Srivastav. Rahul, you've been in Parliament through the day today. What's the buzz as far as Rahul Gandhi's speech is concerned on the issue of Rafale? Let's stick to the substantive issues. First, we'll come to the hug and the wink in a moment.
Gaurav, what I would like to tell the viewers that the BJP is very actively discussing the draft of a privilege motion against Rahul Gandhi. The government's confidence is there that it has nothing to hide as far as the Rafale deal is concerned. And what Rahul Gandhi, the BJP is alleging, said on the floor of the House construes misleading the House, which can attract privilege. Now, a privilege motion is being drafted. Top leaders are discussing it, and the BJP may wait for the day to get over and may submit, if all goes well, a privilege motion for misleading. The second very important point is that by today's comment and his later on-record, off-camera statement, Rahul Gandhi has roped in Manmohan Singh, the then Prime Minister. Remember, the deal was between two sovereign nations. If there is a secrecy clause, the sovereign nation, which is France, has today admitted that there was a deal. Rahul Gandhi's Prime Minister at that time he now has to come clean whether there was a sovereign promise from India that it will maintain a secrecy deal or not.
Absolutely.
That's where the lie. Now Manmohan Singh has to come out whether the document signed by Antony was binding, or as some people are saying that Macron later told that there was some bit of flexibility to it. Was it flexible or was it binding? That Manmohan Singh has to come out.
Okay, Shruti, for the benefit of our viewers, was there a secrecy clause? Can information on prices, for example, be given out? And the Congress party should know that, because A.K. Antony was the defense minister in 2008 when this deal was inked, as far as the clause is concerned, as Nirmala Sitharaman read out in Parliament.
Well, Gaurav, definitely there is a secrecy clause, and this is not particular to this deal. This is there for all defense deals that are there, and as we have been telling our viewers, it is to protect the commercial interests of the company. They may sell it to us cheap, they may sell it to somebody else at a costlier price, and this is exactly what it protects. But to say that there was no a secrecy clause is completely wrong, because Article 10 of the intergovernmental agreement between France and India, which specifically says on matters concerning defense and other sensitive information, which is an umbrella clause and which also applies to this purchase, very clearly says that you should not disclose these details.
Okay, and it's not just the price of the aircraft, it's the price of the missiles, it's the price of maintenance. Isn't all that also roped in the new deal, which wasn't a part of the initial deal that was being worked out? Is there merit in this point?
Well, it is definitely price of the aircraft, it's definitely price of the armament. There could be an argument about saying, well, you could tell us the price of, how much you're paying to maintain. That, that point could be made, but there is no way you can say that, you have to give us, or you can disclose, rather, the price of the aircraft, the price of the armaments. And mind you, the 36 Rafales that we are buying has 13 India-specific changes that have been made by France to suit our conditions, and these include the changes in the electronic warfare suit, the helmet-mounted display, so on and so forth. Now, those definitely fall in the context that they are part of the armament, they are part of the avionics, they are part of the aircraft, and they are being covered in that.
And should this information come out in public domain? Because you may indulge in politics on issues of national security, Rahul Srivastav, but the fact remains, if this information comes out in public domain, it will only help the adversary. It will only help China. It will only help Pakistan. How does it help a Neta? What's been paid? What weapons are coming in? What systems are coming in? At what interval is the aircraft being serviced?
Gaurav, that's where I think the real problem, this entire political controversy lies. Sovereign deals do have a continuity. One government signs it, the other government honors it. They are honored in posterity. And that is where lies that if Rahul Gandhi wants to make a political issue out of the pricing, while his own government had signed a secrecy clause, does it merit a public controversy? Because if tomorrow there are demands and a parliament takes up, can the Indian government break a promise that Dr. Manmohan Singh government made? That's where lies the real problem. Will foreign sovereign nations go in for future deals with India if such sovereign promises are broken?
Oh, absolutely.
The point is, I think it's a very typical, what I call a spit and scoot kind of a political attempt, but I think the issue is extremely serious to employ this kind of politics, because now the onus is on Dr. Manmohan Singh to stand up to tell whether there was a clause which was binding or flexible.
Okay, oh absolutely. Is this then spit and scoot politics? And sadly, is this happening at the cost of the country's security on aircraft that the country very desperately needs? If there is corruption, punish the guilty. But should we be indulging in politics on this subject? Let's now shift focus to the other story, the hug and the wink. So Rahul Gandhi may have launched a frontal attack on the Prime Minister and the BJP government, but all of that was virtually taken over when the Congress party president walked from the opposition benches to the treasury benches, asked the Prime Minister to stand up. The Prime Minister kind of just responded, and Rahul Gandhi then bent down and hugged him. What was that all about? Take a look at the reactions that are coming in.
आपके अंदर मेरे लिए गुस्सा है, आपके लिए मैं पप्पू हूँ, आपके लिए मैं अलग अलग गाली दे सकते हो, मगर मेरे अंदर आपके खिलाफ इतना सा भी गुस्सा, इतना सा भी क्रोध, इतनी सी भी नफरत और इस भावना ने इस देश को बनाया है। इस बात को आप कभी मत भूलिए। और ये भावना आप सबके अंदर है और इस भावना को मैं आप सबके अंदर से निकालूंगा। एक एक करके मैं आपके अंदर जो प्यार है उसको निकालूंगा और आप सबको कांग्रेस में बदलूंगा। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
This is not necessary. No. Nirmala ji.
So he walked from the opposition benches, walked to the treasury benches, as you can see in those images, and went and hugged Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The opposition clearly not impressed with this. Just listen in to what Harsimrat Kaur Badal of the Shiromani Akali Dal had to say. Just listen in.
प्रधानमंत्री जी अभी तक भी उधर टिके हुए हैं, लेकिन राहुल गांधी जी को एडजॉर्नमेंट की जरूरत मिल गई। हाँ, भूकंप आया, ऐसा हंसी का भूकंप आया कि ये कॉमेडी मुझे लगता है बहुत देर बाद ऐसी कॉमेडी शो संसद पे हुई, और वो भी ऐसे लीडर जो अपने आप को प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में देखना चाहते हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि ये जो नए आज मुन्ना भाई पैदा हुए हैं, ये पप्पी झप्पी की जो इन्होंने यहाँ पे राजनीति करने की कोशिश करी है, शायद कुछ दिन पहले मुन्ना भाई देखा होगा।
Okay, so Rahul, you've been covering Parliament for a very long time. Do opposition leaders walk to the Treasury benches? And I mean, has this happened in Parliament before? Congress President hugging the Prime Minister the way he did?
Gaurav, it has happened in Parliament, but only after the Speaker has adjourned the House. The custom is that leaders do walk up to each other, but till the time, you see, I'm an old journalist. I like the way, because my protection does not come from Rahul Gandhi or Narendra Modi. My protection to me as a citizen comes from the Constitution of India and the Parliament of India.
Okay.
I love the decorum and the parliamentary procedures.
Okay.
In parliamentary procedures, there is, if you cross over from your chair to another, it's a violation, not
there's
a crime.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.